The last thing I want anyone to think about me is that my life is perfect. The past few weeks I've shared more of these real life moments with you guys, but even in those videos I've tried to edit out all the yelling and wrestling and the constant banging on our old piano that comes with a house filled with boys. No, my life is not perfect. It's loud at times and messy. There are days when I feel like I've washed 1,000 dishes. I lose my patience and I feel overwhelmed when I clean and cook and scrub all day long, only to wake up the next morning and start over again. But I know days are harder when I'm focused inward rather than upward, when I'm dwelling on the moment rather than the eternal. This work in our homes is so important. It's easy to forget that, and I need constant reminders. Today I wanted to share a sneak peek of what life is like for our family on a typical Sunday. Sunday mornings sometimes feel chaotic, and it's tempting to think that life would be better if we could all just stay home in our pajamas rather than going to church. But over the years, I've found that the more preparation you can do the night before, the better. Picking out outfits is something I normally do on Saturdays for my boys, but I don't always get to it, and that's why I'm doing it on this morning. We usually have simple breakfasts on Sundays too, and today it was a yogurt sweetened with pure maple syrup and berries kind of day. Sometimes it's cereal, sometimes it's just granola bars, but it's usually quick. I always try to get some type of meat out before church as well so that it's thawed by the time we come home, and soup or even a roast in the crock pot works well for this too. Church with a toddler isn't always easy, but we do it anyway. Easy isn't always right or good, and sometimes the hardest things are the ones most worth doing. After church, I try to get right to work on lunch. On this particular day, I decided to do barbecue shrimp nachos. It's one of the simplest meals. You can use chicken, you can use beef, but I just cooked the shrimp in a cast iron skillet with some traditional Mexican seasonings like cumin and garlic and onion. And then I put some cheese on some chips that we grabbed from Aldi's. They are organic multi-grain tortilla chips and they are so delicious. And then I just throw them in the oven until the cheese is melted, top with the shrimp or whatever protein you'd like to use. And then you can add whatever toppings you like, avocado, tomato, lettuce. I made a sour cream sauce with a little bit of hot sauce added to it and some lime juice, and then we also used a barbecue sauce as well, and it just turned out delicious. So every Sunday I started this, probably 3 or 4 years ago, I decided I would take the afternoon to rest. And I know rest looks different for everyone. I'm a very go type of person. I read a lot of books and listen to a lot of podcasts. And so for me, I don't take a lot of time to just, sit around and watch TV. But Sunday, for me, that is the day where I like to sit in bed with a hot cup of tea and just enjoy a cooking show or, something on HGTV. And this is just refueling time for me. I am an introvert, and so I'm usually very tired after church, and this time alone sort of just recharges me. So on this particular day, I actually fell asleep. I must have been very tired because I don't normally take naps. And afterwards, I always make my bed. I don't know, it's just something I always do. I never make it on a Sunday morning because I know I'll spend the afternoon in my bed. So I make it after rest time. And then I kind of take this time right before our evening service, which, by the way, my husband preaches the evening service that our church offers. So he takes Sunday afternoons to kind of study and prep for his sermon. But after I rest for a little while, usually Isaiah wakes up from his nap. The boys have quiet time, so I go and get them, and I kind of tidy up the house a little bit, get it all cleaned up and ready for Monday. And on this particular day, I actually had some antique finds to unwrap, and I thought it would just be fun to share them with you. I went shopping with my mom the day before for my birthday. She always takes me antique shopping, and I found some really neat things. So first I found this real cute, like checkered little creamer. I don't even know. It's so unique. It was $4. And I thought it would be fun in the boys' room or maybe somewhere in my kitchen. I don't know why, it caught my eye and I decided to grab it. I also found this fun wooden duck. I know I probably have enough ducks. I'm not sure what my obsession is, but this one was different than the decoys that I have, and I just thought it was cute, so I grabbed that as well. And then I also found this stoneware pie plate, and it was 50% off, and I just thought it was really pretty. I only have a couple of pie plates. I needed a few more. They're really nice, especially around the holidays, to have a lot of them, and so I grabbed that as well. Another fun find was this vintage ice cream scoop. I've been looking for one of these, and they're usually pretty expensive at antique shops, like over $20. This one was only $7, so I was very excited about that find. And this might be my favorite find of the day, this fun copper pan. I just love it. I love the handle. You guys know I love copper. I have quite the collection hanging up in my kitchen. And so that came home with me as well. And then I just found some fun little items at Marshall's, things that make 30-year-old women excited. Actually, I'm 35, don't tell anybody. But just some new oven mitts. I found this really cool beeswax. It's like supposed to replace plastic wrap, and it should last like 1 to 2 years. I've been wanting some wraps like this for a while because I do go through a lot of plastic wrap when I'm making bread doughs. And so I'm going to give these a try. They were just a really fun pattern, and they caught my eye at Marshall's, so I picked those up as well. So like I said, on Sunday evenings we head back for another service, and afterwards we always like to walk home from church. It's kind of, not always I guess, it's just something we kind of do in the summertime because it's so beautiful outside, and my boys they really love it. They always ask immediately afterwards, can we walk home? So we did that on this particular night, and then I've really been trying to take evenings to just sit outside after we lay the boys down and enjoy a hot cup of tea and just listen to the birds and look at my flowers. And so anyways, that is what our Sunday routine looks like. And maybe it gave you some tips. Maybe you have some tips to share with me. What are some things you did with your kids to make Sundays just a little bit easier? I would love to hear in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I so appreciate all of you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.